Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Elder Scrolls Online video with me, Sherman. Today we're going to be talking about the new update, Clockwork City, which is coming to PTS. We have a date, Monday, or Tuesday they said. I'm going to say Monday because, you know, it's kind of wishy-washy with these guys, but I'm going to have to say Monday. And that means we're looking at about a 5 to 6 weeks from that point to release. So we're looking at about an October 30th or a November 4th, I think it is, or 7th or something like that. But we're looking at a really short window before we get the Clockwork City. And when we do get the Clockwork City, we are getting transmutation, which is going to allow us to retrait any armor or weapons in the game. We cannot retrait jewelry, and the way retraiting is going to work, you have to know the trait in order to retrait something. So that means you have to go to a crafting station and learn a trait by researching the item. And that's really simple. You can do it in any major city. I'm here in Deshawn or Mournhold. I'm going to run over to the crafting thing real quick and just show you guys this. So, lots of people on today. So right here at the crafting station, any crafting station, you can go and you can learn traits by researching items. And any traits you learn or research on, this is not my main character that I craft on, as you can tell. But any of these traits that you learn, you can retrait an item to that. So if you have Nirnhoned unlocked, you can go retrait any armor or weapons. As long as you have the trait learned, you can retrait into it. So that's going to make a very, very interesting thing for the game, and it's also going to do something interesting to the economy. Now, the reason I say that, and this is with a loosely interpretation of what's going to happen, because it's not a guarantee this is going to happen, but it probably will be something that'll happen, and that is we're going to see a drop, a big drop in item drops, or like armor and weapon drops. And that's because nobody's going to want to pay 150,000 gold for a sword when they can go farm it faster than they can buy it. So these absurd prices, and I call them absurd prices because to me world drop stuff should not be super expensive. Unless you're talking about tempering alloys, unless you're talking about like upgrade components, or you're talking about jewelry, which is kind of hard, you know, not really hard to get, but it's a lot harder to get than getting armor and weapons, because now you're just going to have to get the armor or weapon and then know the trait that you want to retrait your gear to. So there won't be anything in the game that we can't retrait. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. I can live with this. And so I'm excited for some of these changes. I'm also kind of like leery about that, like I said, with the economy and how it's going to affect the economy on the retrait. I'm really excited to get into the content and see what's available, like to see these stories and stuff. They did say that we are getting 3 new gear sets, but they didn't say if it's going to be something like the Thieves Guild gear sets, where you got, you know, the Braha's Curse, where it was one set, but it was 3 different materials, you know, light, medium, and heavy. They didn't state that. They said that they're going to be covering this stuff later, probably in the PTS patch notes, and then they'll probably do a post on the website later about that. The other thing that they mentioned was they showed what the skins look like to the new armor set. It looks really cool. And it looks, the other thing that they showed was the Asylum skins for the dual wield hammer and an axe, it looked like, and a bow. And all those looked really cool too. If you guys want to see this stuff for yourself, you can check the link in the description and go watch the live stream for yourselves and see if it's, you know, something that you guys are going to like or whatever. I'm excited. We're finally going to get to see Sotha Sil in their city, the Clockwork City, which is in another realm. Now on the map in the video, just to show you guys where it's going to be right here on the outside here. And the way you get to it, they said, is any Mages Guild in the game will give you the quest to go to it. And then once you go there, you'll be able to travel between the 2 areas whenever you want, as long as you have that section unlocked. So I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of excited for the coming stuff. But I'm also not excited for the changes of that. We also don't know what the PTS patch notes are going to bring, so I'm kind of like leery on that too, because after Horns of the Reach and Morrowind, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was kind of like, oh man, this sucks. And then after testing around with a lot of the changes that came through Morrowind and Horns of the Reach, I realized they weren't as bad as a lot of people, you know, like what it showed on paper. They were actually really good changes, but we never know. And so we don't have the patch notes yet. We won't have them until Monday, and when it goes on to PTS. So I'm really, like I said, I'm really excited for this stuff, but I'm also really on the fence about it, because I know that the retrade system is going to hurt the economy in a way. I think we're going to see crafted sets go up in price, but I don't think we're going to see world drop sets go up any higher than what they are. In fact, I'm going to say weapons and armor is going to plummet big time, and jewelry is going to go up. Tempering alloys are going to go up and stuff, because a lot of people are going to want to change their gear and their traits and everything, because they'll be able to do it more easily, and people will be able to farm sets. But a lot of those sets are going to be farming in blue and stuff, and then trying to upgrade the quality to purple is going to be a little bit, you know, pricey, unless they already have the materials to do it. And then the same thing goes with like doing the armors, you know, or weapons. Upgrading them from blue or purple to gold is also going to be pricey. I am really wondering what these new sets are going to look like. They did say there's going to be 3 new crafted sets, 3 new zone drop sets, and they didn't mention anything about the trial drop sets in the video, but I'm guessing we are going to get that. So we are going to get basically 6 new sets in the game. So that's if we do get 3 actual drop sets. Now, if we just get 1 drop set that's 3 different materials, like they did with the Braha's Curse and the Sarabanes out of the Thieves Guild, if they do something similar to that, then that might be kind of cool, but we don't know yet. We have to wait until Monday. So I just kind of want to give you guys a quick heads up of what's coming with Clockwork, and just kind of go over some of the stuff that they talked about in the live stream. They didn't cover too much of the story. They kind of kept it spoiler free, which was really good. They also just kind of showed off a lot of the environments. They showed off one of the delves, because they did say that there was delves in the area and that there was world bosses. They showed off one world boss, which looks really cool, and I can't wait to bring it down, because I'm a big fan of like fighting world bosses, so this would be kind of interesting. And they just showed a lot of the environment. They did show the crafting nodes, because it is in another dimension. The crafting nodes look a little different. They have like cloth nodes, they have wood nodes, and then they'll have, you know, probably metal nodes. And my guess is we're just going to get whatever material is there, you know, like whatever we're trained at. So I'm going to get, you know, with my main tank, I'm going to get rubidite, and I'm going to get leather, and I'm going to get wood, and or not leather, I'm going to get ancestral silk, and then I'm going to get the wood logs. And so really, really cool though. But watch the video, check it out for yourselves. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I know for a fact I'm excited. I hope the rest of you are just as excited. I do have a little bit of an announcement to make. I am going to be redoing a lot of my older videos to bring them up to date with the newer changes that have come through. So I'm going to probably go over a lot of the old stuff that I had done in the past. Like, I'm going to probably redo all the classes. I'm going to redo all the skills for weapons, and the skills for the classes. Of course, I'm going to cover all this stuff and go over different things like that. I'm also going to redo the gear video that I just recently did. The reason why is because I kind of got things a little backwards when it came to primary, secondary sets. So I want to kind of go over that and recover that, and there's a few other things I want to go over and recover. So, but other than that, you know, I've got a couple builds I'm working on right now. I've got a DK that you can see right here. They are a Dragon Knight, and they are a tank. In fact, I've decided that my main focus from here on out is going to be tanks, with some DPS and some solo builds, but mostly tank builds, and that's because that's what I main is tanks. So I figured it'd be a lot easier if I focused on the tank side more than DPS or healing, because I don't play them as often. So, but yeah, really, really cool, exciting things coming for the game. And they did talk about like how they're releasing information. They said after they release this update, we won't know until probably 2 or 3 weeks out after that, get news on what the next update will be, the next DLC, which is the free DLC, which should come sometime in January or February. And that one will give us, it'll be a free content update, just like the Homestead update, and I forget what the one was before that, but it'll be just like that, and we will get basically a free content update, which will be kind of nice. I hope it's something that's going to be beneficial to the game. I personally hope that it has something to do with dungeons, because there is a lot of dungeons we don't have path 2s on, and I would love to see path 2s added to some of the dungeons. If you guys don't know which ones I'm talking about, under the group finder here, in the specific dungeons, if you look, we have some, like Ark's Cranium we don't have a path 2. Dire Frost Keep, Tempest Island, Vollenfell, Blackheart Haven, Blessed Crucible, Selene's Web, Vaults of Madness. Those don't have second paths. So I'd love to see Path 2s added to those. And I'd love to see Path 2s added to things like Bloodroot Forge. Maybe not Bloodroot Forge or Falkreath Hold, but Cradle of Shadows, Imperial City Prison, White Gold Tower, Ruins of Mazatoon. I think that those ones are definitely in need of a second path. And I could see that as being something that they could do with the next DLC, like free DLC, is adding these new paths, giving us some new monster sets with the dungeons, and with that we would get some new difficulty in the dungeons, because we would get these second paths, which would create new dungeons, new stories in those dungeons. And I could even see them going as far as adding third paths to like Fungal Grotto 3, doing like Spindle Clutch 3, Bandaged Shells 3, Darkshade Caverns 3, and then even Elden Hollow 3 and Wayrest Sewers 3. I could see them going as far as even, doing that, or City of Ash 3, Crypt of Hearts 3, where there might be something new going on because of a new story. The new, getting us ready for the next chapter, if you will, of the game's release, which is going to be coming out next summer. And that could be something that they could be building towards. And who knows, they might even give us a few free dungeons, new free dungeons, besides redoing all the dungeons or giving us new paths to some of the non-ones. But that's the only thing I can think of that they could be bringing with the next major update. I know a lot of people are talking about the transmog system that the devs talked about. Honestly, I don't think we're going to get one. The other reason why I say I don't think we're going to get one is because it would really hurt the motive thing in the game, having motives, because then you could just go and change anything you want into the appearance you want as long as you know the motive. And that would make motive prices go up, but that's about it. And even then, most crafters have every motive already unlocked. So it wouldn't do them any good, because they would already be able to transmute all their gear, transmog all their gear into the appearance they want. And how would it be done? Would it be an item similar to how they're doing this this new system, the retrading? Is it going to be that thing? Maybe that's the transmog system they were talking about. I don't know, honestly, but I'm just going to say that I think it would be cool if we did get the ability to change our appearance of our characters. But like I said, it would really affect a lot of other things in the game. And it's the same thing with like retrading. Retrading is not going to affect the game in a bad way. It's going to make the RNG of the game kind of less. So you're still going to have RNG when you're a new player until you learn all the traits and everything. But once you learn all the traits and stuff, there is going to be no RNG for you anymore, because anything you get, you can retrait. So it'll be really interesting to see. Also, on top of that, we don't know if retrading is going to be something that when you do it, it bounds the item to your account, or if it's something that when you do it, it allows you to sell that item. And if it allows you to sell that item, could you imagine how many people are going to be putting Spriggan's Divines on the auction house for 50,000, 500,000, whatever gold, and nobody's going to buy it because they can just go farm it and retrade it themselves. So that's the thing we have to look at here. And Yeah. So, but that's it. I mean, I can't really go into any more detail because I don't have any more details to go into. So, but I did want to just kind of cover a few things extra besides the new DLC. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for now. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. We greatly appreciate it. If you guys want to see more videos by me, hit that subscribe button. Other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day. And this guy will see you all later. Bye.